Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Victoria, and for today we're going to be doing a vlog of reading new releases that just came out. Maybe not just came out, but recent releases that I have been wanting to read. So I think for today, for this video, we're going to be doing Great Big Beautiful Life, as well as With a Vengeance by Riley Sager, and The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner, I believe, and then Great Big Beautiful Life is by Emily Henry, which I'm sure everybody knows. But I don't know if anybody else, this happens to anybody else, but sometimes with Libby, I'll have a bunch of holds, and then all of a sudden, all of them will be ready all at the same time, and then I start to panic because I'm like, oh my god, I need to read these like now. So that kind of happened where I got a bunch of books that I've been really wanting to read all at once. So, and a lot of them happen to be new releases. So I thought I would do that. So we're going to be doing those three today. So we got a romance, a mystery thriller, and then just like a literal fiction, historical fiction, I guess. I don't know, on Goodreads it says fantasy, historical fiction. I think it's more, yeah, I would just say it's like a literary fiction, I guess. So we're going to do those. And I'm excited because I've heard good things about the Emily Henry book. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews actually about this one, the With a Vengeance. My mom read it first, and her and I, we mutually love this thriller author. He's kind of the only thriller author that I've read books from. I've read some few others, but I didn't really enjoy them as much. I do really want to try some more, but this one, my mom, it wasn't her favorite, but she liked, what is it? Midnight? What is that one called? The one he came out with last year. She liked that one more, but I didn't. So we'll have to see how this one goes. I am intrigued by the concept. It does take place in the 1940s, 1950s, something like that. And then Emily Henry, The Great Big Beautiful Life, it's similar, I've heard, to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but I'm assuming like the twists and stuff in it are going to be different. And then The Amalfi Curse is, from what I could understand, it's about two timelines, following two different women in two different time periods, and something about a curse on the Amalfi Curse. I think there's witches, like Italian witches, that can do magic only in regards to the ocean. And then our present day main character is an archaeologist, I think, and so she's trying to hunt for stuff in the ocean. That's all I know about it so far. So I think I'm going to start with The Great Big Beautiful Life and then see where that takes us. Let's get into the book. All right, we're going to do a little check-in. I think about 60% into Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm a little late reading this. It's about a girl and a guy. They're both writers. One of them has written a biography before. The guy has. His name is Hayden. And then we're following Alice, which is our female main character. She hasn't written anything. She has never written a book before, but they're both competing to be able to tell all biography of this famous starlet lady. She's now older, so she's now in her 80s, I believe. Margaret Ives. So her family
like, she comes from a rich family. She grew up, like, was born into a wealthy family, and so it's kind of like her story, like, she's disappeared. She disappeared for over 20 years, and now she's wanting to tell her story. So the two female, our female main character and a male main character, Hayden and Alice, they're pretty much competing in order to get the job. So they're having to hang out where on the little island that Margaret lives on, and they're doing like a trial run for a month, and then I guess she's gonna pick at the end who she trusts enough to tell her story. Um, and of course, Hayden and Alice, there's a little bit of spark there, but like they don't want anything to happen because they're competing against each other and things could go bad once the decision is made of who gets the job. But yeah, so it's going a little slowly so far. At least in my opinion, it seems like slow. I feel like this next part of the book is going to be where all of the information's dropped and like all the twists and turns are going to be happening. We actually I just got past like the little tiff Hayden and Alice have. Pretty sure her name is Alice. Yeah. Like they just got into their little argument and whatnot. So of course. But like nothing's actually, yeah. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I am intrigued. I love Alice's character. She's always looks on the positive side, and then Hayden's kind of like the typical like grumpy guy. I don't know too much about him other than his family was also kind of grew up like public, at least in his town. So yeah, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give too much away, but that's pretty much the premise. I'm liking it so far. Um, Again, there's not too many crazy things happening yet. I am hoping for some like a twist or a big reveal of some kind, hopefully in this next 40 minutes or so. So we'll see how it goes, but I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see what's going on. I'm loving the writing. I love the banter between Alice and Hayden. So that's fun. Even like Margaret and Alice, because um, their sessions are fun too. It's not like right now, I wouldn't say it's a 5-star for me, but maybe a 4 at the moment. We'll see. We'll see how the second half of the book goes because it could change to a 5-star real quick depending on what happens. But I'm hoping to be done today. I only have I listen, since I'm listening on 2 times speed, I think I have like 2.5 hours left. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done today and then I can start another book. If not today, then tomorrow. But yeah, and I will check in probably when I am done it. Okay?
Alright, update time. I have finished A Great Big Beautiful Life. and it was pretty good. It was very similar to the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, just like a different setting, and it was more of like a competition, but the twist I didn't see coming, which I don't know how I didn't, anyway, but it was good. I thought it was fun. There is like the conflict, I guess, or like, like the third act conflict and that type of thing was kind of annoying to me. I thought it was kind of silly. I liked the two characters. They kind of fell for each other a little fast, in my opinion. But then again, like when I look back on my life, my husband and I fell in love pretty quickly. And so it's like, I can't really judge if it's literally happened before. But yeah, and it's happened to me before. So it was good. I can see like their connection. You can kind of see the connection and between the two characters, and you follow Alice, I believe her name is, our main girl. Alice, yes. Alice and Hayden. So, and Alice is very positive and upbeat. So she's always trying to look on the bright side of things, which this book kind of delves into how sometimes you can be doing that to hide how you truly feel, and like it can be a little bit toxic and like not healthy to do that. And Hayden has some history of his own that he's very weary of in regards to relationship with Alice. And then, not too sure, can't remember what I said in the little preview thing, but the ending, again, like the ending it was fine. It like wrapped up the story well, and I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at it, but it didn't like blow me out of the water either. This is not a 5-star for me. I think I gave it like 3.8, so like round up to like a 4-ish, at least on Goodreads. So yeah, I had a fun time. I enjoyed it. It was good. If you love Emily Henry, I think you'll like this. I feel like a lot of people really loved this book as well. And don't get me wrong, it's good. I liked it, but it's not my favorite from her. So, but she's an instant read author for me, so it was good. And it was cute, like summery, because I think it takes place on an island. I think Little Crescent Island in Georgia. So that was kind of fun to see. And you kind of have like two different timelines, I guess. So you have like currently Alice and Hayden, and like Alice and Margaret, their plot line, and then you also have like Margaret's story and follow that. So, but yeah, it was good. Glad I read it. Ticked it off my list. I am kind of sad though I don't have the physical copy. All of my other Emily Henry books are paperbacks, so I kind of want to wait for the paperback version to come out. But then again, the hardcover I know has like a little engraving, like gold embellishment on the actual hardcover. I can't remember what it says, but I was like, oh, that's cute. So I don't know if it's going to bug me to have the hardcover and the rest be paperback or not. But it bugged me enough that I had the hardcover for her last 2 years of releases and got the paperback and got rid of the hardcovers. So maybe I should just wait. But I do want it to complete my little Emily Henry collection on my shelf. Yeah, so I think we're going to pick up With a Vengeance next and see how that goes. Get my thriller of the month going, or for the summer. Okay, I will check in when I'm about halfway through that one. Okay, see you in a bit. All right, I am 55% into this now. 53 to be exact, according to this. So I'm on chapter 24. Okay. This is a fun time. I forgot that it was set in 1942. I am curious as to what's going on kind of thing. But honestly, I started this yesterday after I finished the Emily Henry book, and I got like 35% into it before I went to bed. It's going by really fast. So it reads really quickly, or I guess listens really quickly. And yeah, so I'm having fun so far. We have met like all the characters, obviously. I think there's 6 or 8. What does it say here? 6 people destroyed Anna Matheson's family. 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. So, yeah. We're just following what's going on. Of course, you know, it's a murder mystery, I believe. Someone's dead, and there's only so many people on this train. What's it say? Under false pretenses, Anna has lured those responsible for her family's downfall onto a luxury train from Philadelphia to Chicago. An overnight journey of 13 hours. Her goal? Confront the people who've wronged her, get them to confess their crimes, and deliver them into the hands of authorities waiting at the end of the line. Justice will at least be served. But Anna's plan is quickly derailed. That's funny. I see what they did there. That was very punny. By the murder of one of the passengers. As the train barrels through the night, it becomes clear that someone else on board is enacting their own form of revenge, and that they won't stop until everyone else is. With time running out before the train reaches its destination, Anna is forced to hunt the killer in their midst while protecting the people she hates the most. In order to destroy her enemies, she must first save them, even if it means putting her own life at risk. See, I'm not too sure about that. She hates these people. Why is she trying to save them? Like, it's not really a spoiler, but she already tries to choke out one of them, so, like, why does she really care? But I mean, I guess she thinks it's going to be her next. But I am intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how it is. I'm hoping we can finish this today. How many? I got like 2.5 hours left. I can do it. But yeah, it's a quick little read. I just don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it. I don't know. I have, where are we? I have this much left, right? Yeah. So I have this much left. So that's a lot of pages for stuff to hit the fan, you know. So I'm enjoying it at least. Hopefully, the one thing I hate about murder mysteries doesn't happen, but I don't think it is. I feel like this is going to be a one that I'm going to enjoy. Yeah. So let's finish reading this, and I will check back in when I am done. Hello. Alright. So I have finished With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. And this was really fast. This was fun. I'm not much of a thriller reader, so I don't know if I'm the best to explain this. So I finished this. My thoughts are pretty much the same. It was a fun time. It was a good quick read. I was engaged the whole time. I wanted to know what was going on. For me personally, the ending was a little lackluster. I mean, yeah, it was a little lackluster, but it was still fun. And I think I gave this like 3.5, 3.25, 3.5 stars. It was good. I don't know. It's not my favorite one by him, but it's also not my least favorite, if that makes sense. So I've read two other books that I liked. I've read two other books by Riley Sager that I liked a lot more, but I've also read one that like I did not really care for. Like they're fine, but I'm not mad I read it. I had a great time. My mom read it, and this was hers. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but my mom is a spine breaker. But it makes it like super floppy. But I could never. I did get a little confused at times following all of the different characters' names. But yeah, I think this would make a fun movie, that's for sure. I feel like, yeah, I think this could be a really fun movie. I would definitely watch it if they adapt it into a movie. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say, because, don't want to say too much. Don't want to ruin it. But I had a great time. It was a good read. Sorry, it's pre-bed zoomy time. Anyway, and then also for my next read, I started The Amalfi Curse. Oh crap. Who is it by? Where is... My phone is right in front of my face. Oh my gosh. The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. So, that one... I don't know too much about it. I know it's based in Italy. Okay, let's see what it says. So, powerful witchcraft. And it's like witches. So it's like powerful witchcraft, a hunt for a sunken treasure, forbidden love in the high seas. Beware the Amalfi Curse. Haven Ambrose, a trailblazing nautical archaeologist, has come to the sea-soaked village of Positano to investigate the mysterious shipwrecks along the Amalfi Coast. But Haven is hoping to find more than old artifacts beneath the azure waters. She's secretly on a quest to locate a trove of priceless gemstones her late father spotted on his final dive. I am literally, I think, on chapter 4. I just started it not that long ago. I am 8% in. So far, yeah, chapter 4. So pretty much her and her colleague, partner, are in Positano? What the heck did it say? They're in the area. They're just kind of waking up and checking out, I guess, the site that they're going to be working on, because she's an archaeologist, and so she has a group of people coming to investigate the shipwrecks that are along the coast. And yeah, they're just waking up from in their little hotel or motel or what they're staying in. And they're just explaining how her father always would be so close to finding a big jackpot of a shipwreck, but then some sort of like his bad luck would ruin it. And in the very beginning, I believe it starts off with back. Oh, let me see if I can see it. Let me see. Oh, the prologue, I believe, explaining like a while in the past of Italian witches that cursed the seas to make it so pirates wouldn't come to the area. So I have a feeling there's something going on there, but don't know what, because I literally just started. So I will update again when I'm at around halfway through. Okay? But now I'm going to bed. Good night. Alrighty. We are going to do a little update on the Amalfi Curse. I forgot to do a halfway point update, so now we're doing a 90% update. I've got about an hour left, so a couple chapters left. but I thought I'd do a little quick check-in before I finish it anyway. So the Amalfi Curse takes place in Italy, Potosino, if I'm remembering correctly, or pronouncing it correctly, to be honest. It's got 2 timelines, and I read The Lost Apothecary by the same author, Sarah Penner, I believe. Yeah, we read that for my book club actually, and I quite enjoyed that one too. That one also followed two timelines that interconnect like halfway through the story to the end, and that's what's going on this time around as well. So we have Haven, who is our current day main character. She's a archaeologist, I believe, but like underwater archaeologist. I don't know what the correct term is, but she's a diver, and so she goes and looks for treasure or just takes photos of sunken ships and wreckages, underwater wreckages, and studies them and that type of thing. And she's wanting to look at this one wreck that her dad kept looking at that was claimed to have a bunch of loot, I guess, sunken, but he can never get to it. And so now she's wanting to, and she's kind of competing against, I guess, this guy that she grew up with, that she thought they were really close, but he's kind of like taking it away from her. But yeah, and then she meets an Italian man who has a diving shop, and but right now, but there's like stuff that goes wrong, like Mount Vesuvius, I believe, there's talk about it erupting and whatnot, so, and the waters are really choppy, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on that she's confused about, and then she does some, what is that piece of hair doing? But, so we're kind of following her and her current timeline, trying to navigate doing what her father couldn't kind of thing, and then we're also following Maddie, who is, I think, in the 1800s, and she's a strega, if I'm saying that correctly, so she is a witch, and following her timeline and her, I don't, so she's a strega, and she's been through a lot of horrible, this, do you see this? This piece of hair is not cooperating. Anyway, so we're following her as well, her timeline and what's going on. And in her timeline, there are these two bad, like, I guess, I think they're brothers. And they steal, they kind of like go around to different villages and kind of take stuff and do whatever they want and that type of thing. And that's how they got their riches, and they're powerful, and they're pretty much after the witches that can control the water so that they can find all of the good loot. But, you know, things go wrong, and then, yeah, so it's pretty intense, but it's really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. And I'm actually liking this one more than The Lost Apothecary. It's really making me want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean or like Moana or something. But yeah, it's going good so far. There's some little reveals that we've had that were interesting, and not too sure. The present day, the Italian guy that Haven has met, his mom is a little, she's a little crazy, but that, you know, some mothers are. I know I can be considered a crazy mother, so it's all good. But, so I'm gonna finish the last few chapters. I don't know how much is gonna happen in the last few chapters. I'm on 1, 2, 3. I have like 3 chapters and then the epilogue to finish. But I don't really know what to rate it. I'm having a fun time. I'm curious, like, as to what's going on. It's keeping me engaged. It's, yeah. I'm enjoying the two timelines and loving how they're connecting, although we just discovered something that I kind of thought. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion about something regarding Haven, but I don't know for sure if it's correct. So we'll see if I'm right about that. That'd be interesting if I was. I feel like it would. I feel like that's just how you would wrap up. Anyway, I don't want to say it because it's a spoiler. So I'll let you know if what I'm thinking right now is if it happens. It's sitting at like a 3.75 to 4-star right now. I'm enjoying it. It's a good time. Yeah, so that's kind of my update, and then I will give a end of the book update when I'm finished it. Okay? Alrighty, I have finished the Amalfi Curse. I quite enjoyed this. I loved it. It was really good. I like this one more than her last one. I might have already said that in the little update, but since, I didn't do a halfway through update because I forgot, we only had a couple chapters left, but overall, this was a good book. I think it's a lot more like plot focused, and I mean, there's a little bit of a romance, but it's kind of like a side thing. It's more about the story and the history of what is this place called? Positano? It's more about the area of where this history is taking place, and Haven discovering I don't know what she's looking for, and it's kind of a nice little message because her childhood friend, I guess, or an old friend of hers and her dad's, he kind of is more treasure oriented, and she's more of history and family, finding the history of that and kind of connecting family together, and it was cute. I quite enjoyed it, and the thing that I had mentioned that I thought was going to happen didn't, and I kind of wish it had. I feel like it would have been a fun little ending, because the ending that happened I felt is a little boring to me, not gonna lie. So I feel like what I had thought was gonna happen, well, since it doesn't happen, I don't know if I should say it because I don't know if it would spoil it because it doesn't happen in the book, but I was thinking it was gonna happen. I'm just gonna say it, and if you don't want to hear it, you can just skip ahead. So I thought that Haven was gonna be Maddie's ancestor, but she's not. I think that would have been a fun sentiment because her father has a lot of bad luck. She's not having that much luck, and so I was like, oh, well, if she's an ancestor and she didn't know she was because she doesn't know her mom, and so she's having all this bad luck because she's not practicing her magic, it would make sense. But that's not the case. I think that would have been a better ending in my opinion, but I still enjoyed the book. It was, again, it wasn't a 5-star, but it was I think I did yeah, this was a 3.8. So again, almost a 4-star. It wasn't quite a 4-star, it was just a little bit under, but I quite enjoyed it, and I want a hard copy. So I liked it enough that I want an actual physical copy. So yeah, I actually kind of want to see if my Nona wants to read it, but I kind of want to see if I can find her an Italian, an Italian translation of it, and see if she would maybe like it. I don't even know if my Nona reads, but I was kind of thinking of that. So I think that'd be fun for us to have read the same book. It's got like the pirates and stuff, so I think it was perfect for summer. It was a really quick read too, and I was intrigued throughout the whole book just to see. It kept me wanting to know more, right? And it's got a little bit of a mystery of what's going to happen, and so it was really enjoyable. Again, it's not a full 4-star just because 4-star just because the ending was a little meh to me. I think my ending would have been better, but you know, I'm not a writer, so I don't know shit about writing a book. So take that with a grain of salt. But it still wrapped up nicely and like concluded it in a way, like concluded it in a decent way. It's not like it's a bad ending, but I think it was just, you know, it just finished the story. But yeah, so we have finished our 3 books for this video. I think we got some good ones. Like, we didn't find any 5 stars, but I think they were all enjoyable. And apparently, With a Vengeance has a lot of mixed reviews. Like, I've heard a lot of people not liking it, and I quite enjoyed it, honestly. But I definitely like more of like the whole revenge and vengeance plot in thrillers rather than just a mystery, I guess. But I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was like my middle tier for Riley Sager. It's not my favorite, and it's also one, but I also didn't hate it. So yeah, I liked all 3 of the books we read today. So, or not today. I liked all 3 of the books we read in this video. So that was fun. I do want to get a hard copy of Emily Henry, but I had said that I want to wait for the paperback copy. And then I do want to get a hard copy of the Amalfi Curse. So, yeah. I wonder if it's still on sale, because it came out, I think, last month. Yeah, I think we got some good reads today, and I feel like not as many people are talking about. I haven't heard. I mean, everybody's talking about the Emily Henry one, but I haven't heard too many people talking about the With a Vengeance or the Amalfi Curse. I've seen only one person for each pretty much mention it in one of their videos. So yeah, I quite enjoyed them. They were a fun time. I think they were good. Honestly, all 3 of them are good for summer reads, and they all kind of have different main plot lines, I guess. I guess, though, I am in the minority for liking With a Vengeance. So take that how you will. But yeah, so that is all the books for this video. I kind of wish I had the physical copy, but I'm trying not to buy a book unless I like it enough to get the hard copy. Because if I buy a book and I don't like it, Anyway, so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of these 3 books, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!